I have been to boxing clubs before and sparred when I was a lot younger. It always been something I wanted to do. They used to box at my junior school, but my father wouldn't let me because he'd been a boxer and he didn't think it was a great idea. But I always wanted to do it, so I came to it in later life. Well, it's now 6 months since I started here. So I started with the introductory class, just walked in and they said come along the next Saturday, so I did that and I thought this is good. And then there's a month-long sort of learning class, and then you just move up with your experience. So at the moment I'm in something called Contenders, where we do a lot of technical training, lots of circuit training, but the next stage will be to move up to Skill School, where the technical becomes more technical, and if you want to, you can spar in the ring. And then finally there's something called Fight School, and in Fight School that's a fairly intense, I think it's a 12-week program, and at the end of it you'll go in the ring against an opponent who you've not met before, so if you like, it's a real fight. Walking past Clapham Junction one day, I saw the board outside. Actually, I'd seen it before and I'd been curious, but I just walked in and was signed up there and then. Well, I do suffer from depression now and again, not severe depression, but I do find it does really help. Just keeps you focused, and whilst you're here training, it clears your mind of whatever the day's problems are or the day's joys are, so you're very fixed in it. And then at the end of a session, you're quite physically tired, but elated, I would guess, call it. So I found that just really helps my mind. No, there isn't. No, even when you're on the pad, I'm sure when you're getting to the ring, you may want to be aggressive, but it's not a mental or a mental down feeling to your attitude at that stage. So yeah, I think mentally it does help. And others I've spoken to say they find it's a great way to relieve stress. Not just what's the physical, and then endorphins, I suppose, running through my body as we speak. Being at this club, and when I've done it before, it is quite disciplined. So where I've been to regular gyms before, and I think you'll find with a lot of people go to regular gyms, it's a great idea when they start, but they get bored with it. They've spent a monthly fee on it, and they maybe turn up once, and then probably the last 6 months they don't turn up at all. What I've found with this is that I turn up on a regular basis because there's a class to go to. There's people so you're getting to know a group of people, and everyone's very friendly here, so there's lots of jokes going about, plus the instructors are here, all very, very good and very friendly and helpful. So that's an advert for them. But it is. It definitely helps. It definitely helps your just discipline generally. And then I sort of don't. Well, my day, because I come probably 5 times a week, my day will be planned slightly about, well, when am I going to box? Am I going in the morning or am I going in the evening? Yes, it does. I mean, I look forward to coming. Even when there's times I feel like, I really don't fancy doing it this evening or this morning. But if I make myself come down here, you immediately feel better, and then at the end of it you think, well, that's better having turned up rather than not come here. Because if you don't turn up, which I've done a couple of times, cancelled late for this reason or that, and then you feel all day like, oh God, I wish I'd gone. That discipline of coming here, and I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it, and I enjoy it when I'm here. Yes, and also I've got I've set a target that I want to get in the ring. I think I need to get fitter and technically better, but that's my target, and to do that within the next year, that's my real goal. So there's something at the end of it. What happens when I get there, I don't know. It'd be probably, well, this is quite addictive, I want to do it again. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there's no point trying to, having come here in October and just, say, well, in November, I'm going to be in the ring. I'm sure it's achievable for some people, but not for me. I want to make sure I go through each stage and I'm fit enough and learn more about how to box. When I started here, I wouldn't say I was overweight, but I was probably not at my ideal weight. So in the first 3 weeks, I lost just under a stone, and that was quite significant. I didn't come to lose weight, but I decided I'm going to weigh myself first and what happened. And I am so much fitter than I was when I started, and I feel better for being fitter. I know when I've had bouts of depression, it's been because there's a loss of structure in my life, whether it's the depression that causes that or my life at the time. But I do know you lose your concentration and you find problems and think everything's a problem. So being able to do this, and other sports that I do, doing this keeps you focused, keeps you disciplined, and I think that's a good thing. Maybe lacking in lots of people that should come boxing.